A non-functioning Yamaha QY-300 music sequencer, general MIDI. I don't think it's XG. I think it's before XG. I did use one of these once, and it was an interesting experience. So it didn't power up. It didn't do anything when I plugged it in. So I'm just gonna gut it. Mostly for the screws and sockets. It does have, however, I'll get my finger off that. It's got a floppy drive, which is a proper nice Matsushita. I assume EME213YN is the model number. I will look that up later. Unfortunately, this thing's like 30 something years old. Unfortunately, the floppy drive belt is broken. So that's not going to be driving anything anytime soon. Now you can see here, it's got a, let me zoom down on the shape of those. It's got a cogged wheel with a photo interrupter on it. That is how the mice that had balls in them worked. They had a little spindle which turned a thing similar but not identical to this. This has got square holes because it's only going to spin one way. The optical mice had these windows, and one side of the window was on an angle and one side was straight, so that when you the wheel went one way, it was a rapid change in the current. If it was going the other way, it would be a slower change in the current, and that is how your mouse knew what way it was spinning. I will add some more to this after I finish taking it apart. While I'm on the floppy drive still, it doesn't have the standard IDC pin header. It's got a flat flex, which is annoying. The pin headers are much more useful. All right, here we have the inside. We have a H8 CPU, Hitachi H8, very common. We have two ROMs. That will be the operating system. It's got a high and a low. Remember those? So they didn't use a 16-bit wide ROM. They used two 8-bit wide ROMs. And we have another Hitachi controller. We've got the Yamaha MIDI chip, the YMW258. I will have to look up what that is. That's some more Yamaha chips. I wanted to measure the battery voltage, but embarrassingly, my good multimeter's battery is flat. All right, this chip, the YMW258, I'm looking it up on, no, don't do that. I'm looking it up on Edward D-Tech's website. That's the thing there. That is the GEW8 PC and FM 28 voice chip that renders waves quite nicely. Seems it was designed as a high-end sound source at the time. It wants an 18-bit external DAC. For sound modules with reverb, there is a special port to connect to the LDSP. Now, I'm going to have to email Edward. I'm Edward, but he's also Edward, because he doesn't have the QY-300 mentioned here. It does have the reverb chip on here. I'm an idiot. It's right there, right next to it. So that chip there is probably going to be the sample ROM. That style of part number is what Yamaha use on their mask ROMs. So we've got that there. We've got, that's the floppy drive flat flex. I can take that off. Then we've got the cable, ribbon cable here. This goes down to the pretty big display, and there are a bunch of Sanyo LC79440, 42 display chips, 40, a Toshiba microcontroller. That's a Sanyo RAM, static RAM chip. Oh yeah, they got some nice curved tracks there. Here's the power supply department. It's going to be some basic 7805, 7809 type regulation. The caps look clean. They don't appear to have burst out. So I don't know really what's broken on it. Nothing seems really out of the ordinary. I guess maybe I should try power it up and measure the current consumption. But yeah, that's the inside of a Yamaha QY-300. It was very expensive back in the day. I got it for free so I could junk it for parts, so I can at least find someone who wants the cosmetic parts, like the top shells sound. These keycaps are good. And there is the job when the only tool you have is a hammer. Loscha out.